Tell him put that pride down, pick your pen up. Cause revenge might feel good, but it never ends up. Breaking cycles daily, that's the real war. Teaching patience when they're ready to kick down doors. Making kings out of pawns, that's what I do. When they're ready to fall, I'm seeing them. We them Convo kings. Making change without the violence that it brings.
But you know what? What is behind when you got nothing but time?
All right.
I feel like Dr. Seuss.
Mm-hmm.
Keep on rhyming.
True,
I'm
true,
not going to
true.
say, ooh, you flashy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, everybody.
He's
I'm
flashing,
trying to set up
but
the
not that kind of
tickety
flashing.
talk. I'm trying to get our handy dandy assistant to come and assist me.
Please.
I'm gonna need the.
Dave, how you get me on your screen?
Huh?
How you get me on your screen over there?
What?
I saw Sasquatch.
Oh yeah, I like those things.
Mm-hmm.
I need the piece that you bought for the tripod. I took it off and put it in my bag. And I need this picture in there because I can't use the MacBook.
Nope. Not today.
Not today.
It'll be back next week.
Yep, I'm gonna make sure of it. Me filming this short film is done a number.
Yes.
I've been busy.
And not busy watching TV.
Busy making TV.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Joy is...
Our producer lady is setting up in the background.
Yeah. The boss.
Hey, see that?
Studio?
No, you
Or
probably need,
LGFC?
yeah, you probably need to get rid of that.
Yeah. Joy uses this one now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joy, you need to get rid of the LGFCU.
Mm-hmm. Wait, did I have it turned wrong?
Mm-mm.
No, you had it right. I just need you to... I'm going to go ahead and go live on there.
Yep, we're going to go live on there and live on here.
All right. Battery might run out on TikTok, though.
Uh-oh.
Go this way. And, ooh, there we are. Look at them pretty faces.
Look at that.
Yep.
Y'all be nice now. The government's watching.
Oh, well, you didn't quite. You need to come over a little bit.
Yeah. We got like 2 fingers. Yeah. There's our
Oh,
sprinkle.
there's a sprinkle.
Two guys named... No, that won't work.
Uh-huh.
And a sprinkle of joy.
And a sprinkle of joy.
Mm-hmm.
What did the Alex, the meeting, what did he call us?
DD and J.
DD and J?
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was thinking like PB and J. And the way he said it was DD and J. I was like, that's got a ring to it.
Yeah, it does. DD and J in the mornings.
It's the Uncrustable Podcast. Listen, enjoy.
Actually, I like that.
Yeah.
The Uncrustable Podcast.
Coming to you live from DD and J.
DD and J. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, guys. All right. So, I normally print us out a little script and all that, but we had a meeting today. So.
Yes, we had a meeting today.
Yeah. I did have an idea, though.
Okay. What's your idea?
I was going to talk a little bit about that, the idea that we always hold our mouths and our thoughts to please other people.
Okay.
I seen a few things about it, and it kind of rang with me a little bit because I was like, and we got our finger. But
right.
Like we don't often say the things that we're thinking.
So you talking like that, being around certain people and I had to hold my tongue scenario?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
That thing. Like if you're going over so and so's house, behave.
Yeah. When you walk in, don't take your hat off, David, because they might be scared to know.
Yeah, stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I saw that one guy. He said that he spent a long time trying to, I guess, fit in, and then eventually he just said, "Screw it."
Right.
So that's kind of where my thoughts were. And then we had a potential band meeting today where maybe be managing and all that. So it kind of got squirreled away.
Yeah. So Mary, holding our squirrel back behind David over here.
Mm-hmm.
We had a whole squirrel session today
Yeah, we did.
about 2:00.
Yes, we did.
But there's good things that's going to be coming out of that, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Possibly a little bit of travel, some good music, good people, and ultimately maybe a little bit of monetary gain.
Yeah, maybe.
We may get this thing as far as to where one hobby supports the other hobby, and
Then we're just hobbyists.
we're just hobbyists. That's right. Occupation, hobbyist.
Hobbyists. What are you gonna do? Hobbying.
Hobbying.
They call me habanero.
On a stick. Sorry, Jeff Dunham.
You're habanero. What's that? The other one you got habanero, and then you got oh gosh, see it squirreled away from me, huh?
Habanero.
Javier.
Javier.
I'm habanero, and you're Javier.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome in, guys, and
That's
we're
right.
here, and we're trying to get our bearings here, but we're always coming in.
Our ducks are in a row.
Mm.
It's just they're in that row.
Yeah, they're like
Over there.
and over there. Yep.
Yes, they need to be here.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's going to be okay. I'll work it out
Dial it
somewhere.
in. Yep, because we're always what now? Coming in hot. See, he had one job, y'all. One job. All he had to do was announce it. Oh, we are late though. I bet some other people thought we weren't going to show up today.
No, we here. We always going to be here. We might be lukewarm. Like the brain may not be braining today. But
Except for Joy, she's
yeah.
ready to go
We
today.
got our producer that's producing. I think she's producing her own energy over there today.
I know, right?
She's spinning in her own little orbit,
She got.
trying to outbid everybody on Vista auction.
Yes, she is.
Mm-hmm.
I fall into that trap too sometimes. Get in there.
But yours is a little bit different though, where like I've never seen you without your medication, except maybe one time. What was it? 2 weeks ago. It's just like the world was against you that day.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
when
you had missed yours, and now Miss Joy has she's jumped into the world of Adderall, and I'm gonna make a pun on the adding.
because of her her ADD.
Yeah, she is hyper focused and
Yes,
has
she is.
been for the past 4 hours since I've been here.
It's been longer than that, since about 11 o'clock. or
11
something.
o'clock is
Yeah,
when it
this
popped
morning.
in.
Yeah, she's ready to. She done lost something.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was trying to find my little.
Oh yeah, her hands are.
Her compression bracelets.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we see y'all are coming in here, so I guess.
Oh yeah.
Guess we ought to get to talking, huh?
Mm-hmm. So I mean, when like I know some obvious ones, but when has it been? Let's say like pre-tattoo, David, because everybody's looking at you, and perception is reality. As that guy could probably hurt somebody's feelings. Well, I knew you before that, and I referred to you as Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, that's the guy you send when you want to kill the boogeyman. He will personally screw your world up.
Try.
I'm trying to be nice for the tiki-takis.
Oh yeah.
so
There we go.
We're all in that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
PG.
Yeah, keep a clean demeanor for the guys on TikTok so we don't get banned. But personally, David, when's some times that you've had to hold your tongue?
Man, there's so many. That's about 5 or 6 times a week. It's yeah. It's hard. It's hard. Some days are easier than others, but
Right.
For most part, it's a challenge. Especially being in the work environment that I'm in.
Yes.
So, but yeah. I'm pretty sure you bite your tongue a lot too.
Oh, absolutely.
I know when you work with us, you did.
Um,
Sometimes.
quite often.
Yeah.
There were times that I wanted to just have a meltdown and a huge outburst, and I said, you know what? It's not even worth it.
There was several days I think I actually asked you, I'm like, is it worth it? Is what you're about to do worth
Yep.
whatever. Yeah. And I have to ask myself that a lot. You know, is that momentary outburst going to be worth the, whatever comes after it?
Repercussions, I guess
Yep.
you'd call them.
Yep.
It's kind of funny the way that YouTube's picking you up right now, because that's the thing that I would see you having to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just look. Yep, there you go. Covering your mouth, put on the smile, and just
That's why I got it.
Yep, keep on rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Laugh about it and keep moving.
Because most of the time I sit in meetings just right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
keep my mouth, keep my head down, and but when do you get to that point where you just say screw it? You know what? Everybody's gonna hear. Everybody's gonna hear what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Personally, me observing you, that's when Kathy comes out.
Yeah. Once I go to that point, my mom, that side of me that she instilled in me for so long,
Light switch.
it's quick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the good thing I've never been on your bad side.
No.
I've never seen you when it just absolutely exploded, because normally the light switch goes on, situation's handled, and it turns right back off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never had to see you so far out as where the switch stayed on for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah. My older son, he did that. He saw that switch one day.
Okay.
We were sitting in the living room. Everybody was sitting there, and I believe Joy was helping my younger son with his homework, and then the dogs were all laying around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd said something. I think I asked him to take the trash out, and he was like, "I'm not gonna do that."
Oh.
And I was like, "Huh?
No.
What'd you say?" And he's like, "No, I'm not doing that just because you said so."
Ooh.
I said, well, "What'd you say?" So I gave him like 3 chances.
Yeah.
And then when I stood up, all I can remember is everybody left the room.
Strike 3.
Joy left the room.
You're out.
The dogs left the room.
Oh.
Yeah. Joy was like, She was like, "You became four times the size what you are."
Yeah.
And
Turned into the whole.
yeah, she used to call it hulking or whatever.
Dad has entered the conversation.
Yeah. It wasn't pretty, and I didn't like that feeling. I just didn't like it. But you get pushed to that level, and that's why I say people are human. And everybody says, well, you shouldn't say bad things to your kids, and da da da. Well, that's gonna happen,
right?
You're not. It's just not ever not gonna be a thing where somebody wanna. They don't
see if I
mind
can see your
people
name.
being.
Paulo Honey. They didn't mind people being who they were.
No, most times they don't.
Yeah.
They don't. Well, they don't like who they are until you say something.
Yes.
And then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
What's that song? It's okay when they do it.
Yep.
It's a problem when I do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't mind. They don't mind getting you there, but once you get there, they're the victim.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Even if it's their fault that you went there.
Yep. And then but here lately, I don't. There's nobody. No matter what job I work, there's nobody at my job that's going to be worth me going to that level.
Right. Well, you was talking about the whole Vikings had openly gay relationships.
Openly gay relationship. Why is that a?
Yeah.
I don't know why that's a thing right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, if they did, that's on them.
Yeah, that's on them. Just don't.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
A bit of what?
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's I don't know. I don't.
That type of lifestyle's been around since.
The Romans.
Yeah.
And that was pre-Viking age.
Yeah.
Oh no, y'all don't. Oh, we know our history.
Yeah,
there.
there's a good bit of history.
Yeah. That's been around since the Romans, and that was pre. What?
Yeah.
I love what? I love
me heritage, but I don't know it.
Oh yeah, well sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
You know,
But moving on.
Yeah.
speaking of your sons and the situation with them, it always happens around this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
You have made a lasting impression on them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them at the Sunset Food Line,
Oh, again.
or at least Brandon,
Mm-hmm.
and
I
made
was
eye
about to say, I'm like, is the other one with them?
Yeah.
That's what I'm curious
made eye
about.
contact. He knew exactly who I was,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately dropped his head.
That's crazy.
So it's still there.
Yeah.
It's like in the back of the mind. Yeah, I should be doing better.
Mm-hmm.
Just when he saw somebody associated with you, it come home.
Yeah.
Like
That's craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. They. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
I can't go back on that. And they. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it just is what it is.
Yeah. It'll
I
come
don't-
home one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, but I don't lose sleep.
No, it's nothing to lose sleep over. It's nothing that you've done wrong.
No, I did everything I could possibly do, and at the end of the day, that's all that counts.
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
But my everyday life, yeah, that happened to me with my oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you enjoy being married a long time, and I know it's a woman's prerogative. They can do it, and sometimes they do it and not know it. What's wrong? Nothing.
Oh God, yeah.
That just drives me up the damn wall.
Me and her had a discussion about that this week. Actually,
I'm like, I am genuinely asking because, I mean, just like you did me over here earlier when we was talking with Alex. You saw me started panning the room.
Yeah.
You were like, what are you looking for, Bubba? I'm like, exactly what you're talking about. I give you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And the other week, I should have held my tongue, but it's just like elevator went all the way to the top at one time.
Yeah.
And I kind of lost it for a minute. Like, I asked you a question,
Yeah.
and I got nothing, and I can visibly, like, it's all over your face. You just read something on your phone,
Yeah.
and that's not nothing.
Yeah.
And I lost it. I said, don't lie to me.
Yeah.
I'm not lying to you. And oh, God. Whoosh.
We say that because we don't want to share. We don't want to share, or we don't want to discuss whatever it is. For me.
For you.
Yeah. I
For
don't.
me, when I say that stuff is because I don't want to talk about it,
Mm-hmm.
and we just gonna leave it alone. And whenever I'm ready to talk about it, then we can discuss. But I need to deal with this myself.
Need to percolate on it a minute.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
You get on board with that day.
Sometime.
Okay.
There's, some days I'm a little bit more agitated about it than others, but most of the time I let her be until she's had her moment.
Yeah.
And then,
Call it stewing on it. Wasn't that what you referred to it as?
marinate.
Marinate.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like to say marinate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let it marinate.
But, no, yeah, it's so did y'all get the problem situated or?
I never did find out what it was.
Dang.
But she kind of
She
walked
doubled
off,
down on it, huh?
and she come back around a little bit, and everything was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just that moment of like 0 to 100 and 100 to 0.
Huh.
It just up like a firework, and it was over. I mean, she didn't say nothing else, but there again,
But you
she
just knew
hadn't-
something was bothering her.
Yeah, she hadn't glanced at her phone and had that sour look on her face anymore. But I try not to do that.
Yeah. I mean, there is that level of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they are our youngins or whatnot, we
Yeah.
still have to. You have to give them that space.
Yes.
And, not coddle
Right.
too much. Yeah.
Right.
So, because if you are there for every problem, then 9 times out of 10, they're going to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not there, you're going to disappoint them and this and that.
Yes.
So there has to be that happy medium, and then sometimes it's easier than others.
Mm-hmm.
For the most
Yeah.
part, yeah.
My youngins can't stand that D word. That disappointment.
Oh God, yeah.
Oof. Like,
Oh, you're talking about them disappointing you?
yes. If I say
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed. Oh, I mean, like Foxworthy used to say, you could beat them with a brick stick, and it don't hurt as bad as that big D word.
Exactly. Exactly.
Layla, oh gosh. If she finds out for any reason that Daddy's a little bit mad or she's disappointed me, oh gosh. Yeah, you'd think I took a dog and run over it in the highway and brought it back and showed it to her and then run over it again.
That's just mean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just terrible.
Damn. But yeah, I don't. People sometimes, like a minute ago, I hear on the tickety talk, somebody was trying to get us riled up.
Don't try to get us riled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a troll, by the way.
Yes.
Get used to it.
You're talking about Layla saying that. Growing up, living in kind of like a tiger style parenting,
Mm-hmm.
it's literally like naturally embedded in us
Mm-hmm.
to always want to be the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you put so much pressure. That's the reason why, like, it's easy for David and anybody else can compliment me all they want. I will never ever see myself at that same.
Right.
Yeah.
My expectations are like always like up to here.
Yep.
But it's crazy that how long you carry that, and it's not as parents that you intend for your kids to feel that way, but it ends up turning out
with her
like
hands
that.
that much.
I know, right?
Nothing. Well, I said your hair looks great.
Oh, is it? It does?
No, Miss Joy, I'm picking on you about your hyper focus right now. I've never seen you talk with your hands that much. I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
she does.
But not
typically,
that much. She's like all over the place explaining the whole conversation.
You know what makes it so bad, though, is she hasn't stopped scrolling on that auction
I
site
see that.
while she's talking to us.
Yes.
Because
Look.
thoughts are just
Linda,
it's just
listen,
all-
listen, Linda.
Listen.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness, I love it. We might have to do this every now and
She's
then.
all
just
hyped up on Mountain Dew.
That's right. Just for entertainment purposes only.
Oh yeah, David missed it then if he was in the male bathroom because me and the dogs were having a good time.
Oh no, I heard.
Barking and howling.
Yes, I heard you howling with the dogs earlier. Yes, I was like, this woman's lost her mind.
Oh gosh.
Surprised he didn't come down there when he heard that huge kennel.
No,
He
I already
pulled it
knew.
in half,
I already
like,
knew
oh,
something squirrely
Oh, yeah.
was going on. No. Joy gets messing with something. You hear a bunch of rumbling. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
It's like
But-
I think the whole bottom of the house just flipped over. It's just Joy.
Yep.
She's down there with a project.
Yep. Now, so kind of shifting gears a little bit. I haven't been as active on the socials this week because I've been filming this short film. So
Yes.
I'm working on it, and I got to turn it in tonight. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be
Not just saying it because you my partner. You my brother
No,
sitting here. But
I would rather somebody tell me the truth.
the footage looks great. Like
Appreciate
there's
it.
some
Yeah.
stuff that you've done and ideas you've had,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just immaculate.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, everybody films. Like you think about it, every short film or whatever, the first footage is always somebody walking somewhere, right? I mean, it's all like 9 times out of 10, every short film is like somebody walking somewhere.
and to me, that is you. That's
Yeah.
what you talk about a lot. You
Yeah.
tell me of we're just walking one another home,
Yep,
and your whole life is a journey.
it is.
And
yeah.
how as Norse and the Viking heritage,
Mhm.
their lives were a journey
Yeah.
here and there, and the next continent, the next country,
Yep.
the next group of people.
Yep.
And that's everything you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I chose for my short film to have something that wasn't walking.
Mm-hmm.
But
Something that's
something
been
that
stationary.
has journeyed through time.
Yeah, 187 years.
187-year-old tree.
Mhm.
It's a pin oak. It's a pin oak tree, and it predates the city that we live in.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's, that's history
Mm-hmm.
right there.
Right.
I mean, and people, and, some of the basis behind that short film is that people walk by history every day.
Every day.
Every day. I mean,
And they
there's-
take it for granted.
Yes, yeah, we all, so, and I'm guilty,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's just that one day I stopped and I was like, I wonder how long this tree's been.
Yeah.
here, And so I had the arborist come out, and he did all the measurements and all that. And then I turned it into another person that does dating, and then they came out with 187 years.
Wow. Now, where you're at on the opposite end of the greenway from you, there's another tree down there. I believe it's a Guinness.
Yeah, the largest cottonwood.
Yes. It's a Guinness record holder.
Yeah, it is. There's people that travel all over the country to see it, like tree people and whatnot. Yeah. But
do you know, as long as I work with you up there, I never made it in to see that tree.
I still haven't seen it. I don't even know where it's at.
I don't either.
I asked somebody the other day. I was like, "Did that thing finally fall?" But I've never seen it.
I know the area. It's going towards that end of the greenway. It's the first bridge to Boyce.
Yeah.
When you go over the bridge and make the left-hand turn where all the tree work's always done that's so bad, it's off to the right there somewhere. But
I did hear, that's what I thought it was. But I get out there even less now because we don't work on the greenway anymore. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I just casually started taking footage of that tree, and then for some reason or another, I popped across this North Carolina-based film festival. It's called 5 Points Film Festival.
Okay.
And I looked on it, and I was like, well, dang, I still got a couple of weeks. You know, I could probably try to throw something together, and but getting all the angles and all that, and learning all that, it's been fun and challenging all at the same time.
But you call it, and I know that was just not tongue in cheek, but it's just what you came out with, just throwing something together. You ain't throwed something together.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother, you have composed music.
Yeah.
You've written lyrics.
Yeah.
You've written, I mean, what the young lady's saying, is it a poem?
It's a script.
It's a script.
It's what I thought. It was my thoughts of the tree.
Yeah. It's mind blowing at the stuff. Like the David that I first knew, Park Ranger David, still had aspirations of being a cop or being in some type of enforcing.
Yeah.
And then moved over to maintenance, and we learned together, and we dug holes, and we put up fences, and
dug a lot of holes,
cut grass, and now it's like, I mean, because you've always been kind of tech savvy. I mean, worked at Spectrum, you've done with stuff in the past with computers and music and all this world now, and now to see you turn over this new leaf, it's just, I mean, you're kind of getting like my brother-in-law. Like, can you make it look? That's it's funny I say that. My brother-in-law, I look at him like the dude can do anything.
Yeah.
He sit there and watch somebody for 5 minutes, and he'll be doing it.
Yeah.
Like I kind of look at you the same way. I mean, you study. You say you've studied for a year solid on how to do this stuff, and it shows.
Yeah.
You took your YouTube to. I mean,
just a common dude, just taking step by step. Yeah. I got it up to 1,000, but I'm still not like you have to have a certain amount of watch hours for YouTube, and that is my I guess you would say Achilles heel at the moment. Is that I can get people to view it, right, but I can't get the hours. So it's rough. It's a conundrum of like TikTok. It was a little bit easier because people are, they're, I don't know, it's funky how they manage the time difference and all that. But I did get monetized through TikTok, and then, been working on that stuff. But, that's the thing is I'm not trying to sell anybody. I guess that's part of my thing is I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I'm not trying to sell anybody a course or sell you a book or sell you my ideals. I'm just putting it out there, and then, you get a lot of criticism. Everybody, well, that's not right. That's not right. Well, nobody really know what.
Yeah.
I mean, you
What
could
is
write
right
about the, Revolutionary War in America, which there is a ton of documents, but that doesn't mean that every person wrote the right thing when they wrote down. That's why, a lot of people don't like me when I say, older books are just books of interpretations. So, you take what you can out of it and try to be the best as you can.
Yes.
So, but taking, your social media and trying to build it, it gets rough.
It
gets,
does.
You know, there's days I don't want to do it. I don't, you know, I'm like, I don't want to do it today.
Mm-hmm.
But then I get that sinking feeling like, dude, you've worked really hard to get this far.
Oh,
You
yeah.
better get some motivation or, you know, something. And then I came across that tree, and it's kind of been my focus point at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, trying to get that little small short film in.
Right.
And then I don't even care if I win. It's just the fact of me saying, okay, I wanted to do that, so I did it.
And I did it, yeah.
Yeah, so like when you met me, and me and Joy sat down one day, and it's funny because, you know, I was just sitting, you know, I sat around for a long time, and I was just like, you know, I'm honest with everybody,
Mm-hmm.
but am I being honest with myself and who I am? And so I never did like get a lot of the tattoos I got now because I knew the scrutiny I would get, and I'd still get it, but I don't care.
Right.
People still scrutinize. Oh God, what? I don't care. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. It's mine. It's my body to do with what I want.
That's exactly right.
So I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? All the things that I've held back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go do it now.
Not hold my tongue anymore.
Not hold my tongue.
Yeah.
And so to speak, well, it ain't got nothing to do with like not all the way verbal most of the time, but sometimes it's actions.
Mm-hmm.
You know, holding your tongue. Like,
Yeah. Say holding your tongue is like a euphemism.
Yep.
Like I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
It's just not having a filter.
Mm-mm.
There was a young lady I used to work with. Her name was Brittany Tutterow. She is a Gibbs now.
Mm-hmm.
I always told her, like, girl, you don't have a filter.
Mm-mm.
We work in retail.
Oh yeah.
You can't tell these people what you think. They're not going to like it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Yeah, make your life very complicated.
Oh, but we done it kind of like you and I do it.
Yeah.
It was jovial. It was joking.
Mm-hmm.
When the people walk out of the store, we blow up in front of one another and laugh and pick and cut up. Two people from two totally different worlds just come together to have a good time.
Yeah.
But it was good times there at the old Western store.
Oh
Lebo's.
yeah. You know what? I saw that the other day and thought about how you used to talk about working there at that store.
Yeah.
We went in that Waffle House down there.
Yes.
It was actually pretty good.
Mhm.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that, as they call it, that awful waffle's not that awful.
No, it isn't. And they were in there. The staff was jubilant and singing and having a good time. I was like, man, this ain't such a half bad place.
No.
But
Now you go in there after dark when the
Oh,
security
no.
guard's standing in there.
No, we're not gonna do all that.
Yeah,
No, I didn't
everybody's
say
drunk.
No, I've been part of that drunk crowd
Oh,
one time.
yeah.
I got kicked out. Well, it wasn't there. It was across the road over there when I got.
Yeah,
kicked out
that
of
was I.F. Plowler's location.
it. Yeah.
Hmm
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that story. He, if you been through Monroe and never heard the name I.F. Plowler, then you're not originally from Monroe.
Yeah.
He walked in the Waffle House in there one day and sat down in a booth,
Mm-hmm.
and the waitresses and the wait staff wouldn't come to him
Mm-hmm.
because if you're by yourself, you're supposed to sit out at the bar.
Yeah.
And the lady finally come over there to him and said, "Sir, if you'll come up to the bar, we'll serve you." He says, "No." He says, "I'm gonna have my meal right here." She said, "Sir, I can't do that. They won't let me serve you sitting here." He said, "Ma'am," he said, "it's nothing to you, but he said, there's not a soul in this place that knows who I am."
I know, right?
He said, "I'll just shut it down and sell it." Well, 2 weeks later, it was shut down.
Yep. I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Old Plowler.
Old Plowler.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of where, and then it was so bad. Joy was at, and I guess talking to her coworkers, they were asking her if I was going through a midlife crisis.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm like, no, I'm not
No,
going.
I see. I wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I said, I'm not sure, or if he's just done of doing everything for everybody
Yep.
else.
I was just done.
Mhm.
Like, just done. Like, yep. And some people think differently of me now, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, what good are those people if they only want anything to do with me if I'm acting in the way that they want me to act.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
If you are,
they don't really like me for me anyway. So I don't need them.
they like you for who you can be, not who you choose to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Or
kinda
what
like-
I offer.
Yeah, yeah.
Something silly like that. Yeah.
Kind of like in the drinking days, when the alcohol runs out,
Yep.
where'd the party go? Well, the party left.
Yep.
Yeah. When the money runs out, ain't no money to buy alcohol.
Mm-mm.
Them people ain't your friends no more.
Nope. And then you got people like right now, we've experienced it on this show that,
Mhm.
it's, you got people that they don't, like you were telling him, we've been here and talked to 0 people.
Mm-hmm.
0.
Yeah.
Like 0 people watched the show or 0 people listened or, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And there, you know what? There'll probably be more days like that where 0 people listen.
Yep.
But
That to me doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna
'cause
keep on
I'm
doing
here.
it. Yep.
And eventually, you're going to find your audience. There's
Yes.
going to be, 1 equals 2 and 2 equals,
Mm-hmm.
so on and so on.
Yep.
But the thing is you got to have the patience and the endurance to keep moving forward.
Yes.
You got to keep moving forward.
And this may not be where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
This may be a stepping stone to put us where we do need to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, everything is just a step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm pretty sure will always probably be doing something behind the mic, but there may be less and less.
Yeah.
It just depends.
Just
I don't
depends.
know.
Yeah.
But we'll keep doing it until the next stage is here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of where I'm. With the company and everything is just like the company should be for people that you're not living for somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're here to try to help people, but at the same time, we're not going to coddle you.
Not going to bend over backwards.
No.
Like I may bend a little bit. I'll help you.
Well, there's a little bit of bending, yeah,
Yeah,
but when you're doing all the bending and there's nobody else is trying to help or whatever, yeah, I don't subscribe to that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to.
No. But yeah, it moves forward, and you just keep trying to do your best at everything. Some things are going to work, some things are not.
That's right.
People are going to like certain things, and then there's other people that's going to be like, yeah, okay, I could do without this dude.
Mm-hmm. Keep
But,
scrolling.
Yep. Yeah, that's what they meant the scroll for.
That's exactly right.
So, I'm not here. That's what I was, like you get on, I try to warn you a lot because there's a lot, like we saw it a while ago, just trolls.
Oh yeah, they're
They
going to.
want to say something just to get you all riled up, and then they get to look at you, go, "Oh, look at him."
Yep.
Nah, I don't get riled up over that.
I caused that effect. No, you didn't.
Mm-mm. Well, you see how fast they left because we wasn't joining in on that, argument or whatever. I'm like, you can argue with yourself. I don't really care.
No. What we say? Next topic. Moving on.
Next topic. Moving forward.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't. I think we'll, like we say, we'll keep on having good things, and, doing good things. Yeah, the best things you can do. What you have.
Yeah.
But
So talking about today,
mm-hmm.
we come up here. We talked to Alex for a little bit.
Yep.
And then we kind of decided that before we'd jump on the airwaves here, we'd go out and get a bite. We went up and listening to Miss Google Maps tell me where to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not you. No. God, did you see that look?
Yes, she did. That's the one I get all the time.
Wow, that went all the way
Pierces you,
through.
don't it? Yeah.
Oh, I felt that back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, not Miss Joy, Miss Google.
Miss Google.
Yeah, it's like turn right, and it was no. We's already past that.
Yep.
So we went on up to find the next joint, and they have those special hours to where they're open for brunch and then
Closed.
Yep. And then dinner, and then dinner turns into open bar time.
Mm-hmm.
and the parking lot was packed. Like, we ain't getting in there.
A lot of people want that dinner.
Yeah. So we turned back around and we came down to the Tipsy Burrow.
Yep.
Not like the burrow, like the Harry Potter house where
the drunk donkey.
Yeah, the Weasleys lived. It's literally the Tipsy Burrow, like
the drunk donkey.
Pancho Villa.
Mm-hmm. I know him.
Yeah, you know Pancho Villa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what he ride? He rides Burrow.
A barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But had a good meal. It was different for anybody in the Charlotte area that likes nostalgia and like old collectibles, especially like the Budweiser
I thought you were about to
collectibles.
say in old singers.
We're gonna get into that right here in a minute.
Oh goodness! That lady
You,
liked to
you
kill
need to stop in there. They got a limited menu, but it's good. The chips come out hot. The food, I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
They're advertised as Tex-Mex, so Charlotte meets Mexico, I guess you could say.
It ain't, it takes the Tex out of it.
It wasn't really Tex-Mex to me. Like Tex-Mex to me is Azteca. And
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You go in there and it's, I mean, I'm gonna coin the phrase "white people taco night." But it was still good.
Yeah.
If I'd have went back there in the kitchen and started cooking tacos and throwing burritos together, that's what I'd be cooking. But mine have a little bit more flavor.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Gosh, dog.
But
it wasn't, like I said, I'm not like how I'm saying it's bad.
Yeah,
It just wasn't. When I bit into it, it wasn't what I expected.
right, the food was better than the entertainment.
My head still.
Maybe it was just tonight.
Maybe it was.
Oh no! I think she was the tipsy burro.
Yeah.
I swear, I think she sung like 80 verses of that "Come Low, Sweet Chariot."
Yeah. The whole.
Y'all needed to be tipsy
Oof.
to enjoy that.
Yeah, you had to be drunk to enjoy
Ain't
it.
that the same? That's
Yeah, I was
crazy,
waiting
man.
for her to go into whole Michael Row Your Boat Ashore next. You know, that one repeats itself and repeats itself and repeats
I
itself.
thought she was gonna do the Henry VIII.
Second verse, same as the first. But yeah, we sit there and listen to this lady. I mean,
Caterwauling.
oh my gosh.
That's what that was.
Yeah, that's like the old adage, the dying calf in a hailstorm.
She gave me a headache.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt, I give it to her because, there's not a lot of people got the courage
Mm-hmm.
to get up there and make a fool of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
She was doing it.
But you know me. I get up there on the microphone and I'll take over.
But you're not caterwauling.
I'm going to rock the house for a little
That
bit.
ain't even funny because you can sing. And she couldn't carry a tune.
No.
Not even
Not
four
if-
steps in front of her.
That's right. If it had a handle on it, she
Jeez.
still couldn't carry it. But
Man.
so I got up and I
That
went
was
to the
terrible.
restroom because I had the
Phalange.
white queso all over my hands.
Yeah, white queso phalanges.
Yes, that was. I mean, I was just sticky,
Mm-hmm.
and so I come back and Dave just sitting there shaking his head, and I hear from the bathroom, "Swing low, sweet chariot" for like the 14th time. And I left my card on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, like, he can pick it up and we'll go ahead and pay for a meal. I'm going to go wash my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And I come back, Miss Joy's pen won't write on the receipt. And Dave's like, she said something. He's like, "Joy, if you don't sign the check, I'm going to get up and leave you." Oh, I got up and kind of pushed my chair in, got me another little swig of my drink.
That was horrible,
Oh.
man. Like, it was like, I don't even normally make fun of people. I'm not even making fun of her
No.
now. I'm just telling it was horrible.
That was the truth.
Sheesh. Man, that was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, but what I thought of when
And
she got...
I'm not a singer. Let's get that straight. I'm not sitting here saying that I could sound better. I just know not to get up there.
Right. But this lady, when I thought of, I'm thinking maybe she's got like a Joan Baez, like Jenny did in Forrest Gump. She gonna get up there and she gonna sit down with a guitar and she gonna
Naked?
pick a.
Please, I was
I
really
don't
gonna
know.
be going there.
I
I was
think-
trying to hold my food.
Yeah, I think that would have been worse if she'd have got naked. Yeah, that's a public
Terrible.
establishment. Terrible.
Just terrible.
Yeah, that would have been something that would have made it that much worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
Because we were all sitting there, and these people, they're gathered up in the restaurant, and everybody's listening to the band, and all of a sudden, everybody except us gets up and goes to the stage.
Yeah, what was
And
that all
everybody
about?
joined in like one big kumbaya thing.
I feel like we run in on a cult or something.
Yeah, I believe we
today.
did. It's just a
And
front.
that, you know, the waiter was really nice.
Yeah, he was cool. He had big beard,
Yeah,
and he's got a cool vibe
yeah,
in the restaurant.
yeah. Is it his restaurant?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He was
like
running it like it was his.
Yeah, well, I guess I mean, it's good to have employees like that.
Yeah, yeah.
If he wasn't the owner,
Mm-hmm.
you know, he could have
But
been Mr. Plyler.
the nostalgia that was in there, like
Yeah.
the old movie posters, like 9 to 5 was hanging up.
Mm-hmm.
The Man from Laramie.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They had the Ric
gosh.
Flair championship
Yeah,
belt in there. That's
him and
like
Harley
he's-
Race.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he said it was signed by both of them, and it's
Yep.
from a personal collection of a friend.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his wife wouldn't let him.
Yeah, his
Keep it
wife
at
wouldn't
home.
let him put it in
Sound
the
like
house.
something I'd had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Joy, like, you ain't hanging that thing.
Look
in
what
here.
I got.
So if you
Hanging
see
in my
stuff
house.
hanging in the studio, yeah. That's
I don't know, Dave. I've seen some stuff hanging in your house.
No, Joy hangs every bit of that.
Joy hangs every bit of that.
Yeah.
Babe, can we put this up? Nope. Take it to the studio.
Yep.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Mm.
But she hangs out.
She hangs all that stuff up.
I'm not allowed to decorate. Just my little corner.
Just your little corner
Mm-hmm.
and your carpenter skills.
Yep.
Yeah. How's the longhouse coming on? By the way?
It's working. We're doing pretty good, actually.
I ain't been over in a couple of weeks.
We just had to. Joy's got to get her part of the staining done, and
Okay.
but like she said the other day, we're adults, and whenever we feel like getting to it, we will.
There you go.
So we
Ain't
don't have a
nobody-
timetable or
Mm-mm.
nothing like that. So
Ain't nobody in here gonna tell me what to do, when to do.
no,
When I
that
walk
goes
in
back
my
to
door.
what I'm talking about. It's just
Mhm.
why do you got to live in societal norms? You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to. You know, normal. That word's overrated.
Oh yeah, yeah. What is normal anymore?
Yeah.
Like especially after COVID.
Yeah, dude, the whole world's
Yeah.
weird now.
We went
Like,
to the new normal. That ain't normal.
the new normal.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Fauci.
Yeah. Fauci can.
He should have been indicted.
indicted.
He should have been afterwards. All that because he admitted to lying.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
He should have been.
Sorry, I went
Should
somewhere
have.
else.
Oh,
I was thinking what Jessica used to said that like all the stupid people should be sterilized.
oh God.
Nah, she said all the stupid
So-
people need to be euthanized.
Ooh-wee.
Jessica went hard on them.
Dang, she went real hard.
She went real hard. Jessica said,
Oh goodness.
"You're done."
You're done.
But
Wind it up.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched a little bit of news here lately. Can you believe it?
Oh goodness, he
Can you
watched
believe it?
Yep, I cannot.
And I found out why that I don't watch the news. Have you been following any of the situation over in Los Angeles?
No,
No?
I haven't. What the hell's going on?
It's a war zone right now.
What are you talking about?
ICE and the military, and I'm not going to call these people illegals, but they fighting back for some reason.
Oh, okay.
The police, the SWAT teams, ICE, Immigration Customs Enforcement. There we go. I had to look up the acronym
Acronym. Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Didn't know what it meant because I don't watch the news. But yeah, they're using those non-lethal rounds. They're using pepper bullets.
What in the world?
Yeah, they're citizens.
See, that's why I don't watch the news.
I don't know if I call them citizens, but residents of L.A. that are walking around with gas masks, doing what the hell they want to.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's all because of
How did I miss that?
I don't know.
I guess because I've been filming and
yeah, you've been on the peaceful side of life.
Yeah, I've
And
been
that's
hanging
usually
out
where I
with
stay.
a 200-year-old tree. That's probably the best thing to do nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I got my wife, my dog, and a 200-year-old tree.
Yep.
Yep.
It's all a man needs.
I'm good. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild, man.
Yeah. But
God,
Seen
I
these
can't hardly
guys.
grasp it.
like I got on TikTok, and I guess my algorithm's goofed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I got on there and I'm looking and I'm scrolling up and I'm seeing this guy just getting pelted with these beanbags.
Did you think it was like a movie at first?
Yes.
Okay.
Because, I mean, cars on fire, stuff flipped over, people everywhere. And-
That's so weird. I
Yeah.
have not heard anything about it.
And I'm like, this
I'm
is
kind of
why,
flabbergasted.
this is why I don't want to watch this.
In a world?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
No
Yeah, I
idea.
kept looking up earlier, like the
Ooh.
current situations of ice right now in Los Angeles.
Oh goodness, they
Yeah.
are going.
Like
At
they's all and your boy POTUS, he's
How did my boy?
because you love him and he's putting all kind of tariffs
Hey,
and
you know what?
dampering your travel life.
You're dang right, because now Norway's done a tax now for travel.
What?
Yep, they announced it yesterday.
How bad is it?
I don't know. We're gonna find out next year.
We'll find out next year.
Take my ass over there.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of Norway and travels and everything, you dropped a little knowledge on me last week.
Mm-hmm.
We have been asked to come to Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's part of my filmmaking side of things.
Yes.
Supposed to be doing a documentary on the modern revival of Viking culture.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, y'all know they was openly GAY relationships back then?
I did not.
You did not? You know what? We don't care.
I don't care.
Next story.
You're done.
You're done.
Yep.
And what did we do with them? We wound them up.
Yep.
That's right.
But
But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. You gonna pop the old airplane cherry on me? Yeah, I'm looking.
Well, you
forward.
better go get a real ID.
Yeah, I know. Do I really gotta have that to fly?
Mm-hmm. I looked it up. Yeah, I have it.
Like I'm thinking there's like some type
You
of
might be able to,
hidden agenda on me.
let the TSA
'Cause
guy.
It's on the Missouri, and now David and Joy done come up and told me they're like, "Nah, you need to go get your passport." I'm like, "What?"
I told you that a long time
Yeah,
ago. You
but
know
you
why
just-
I walked in there with my ID and my passport?
Yeah.
And they gave me my real ID.
That's what you did.
Yep.
Oh, I might go get my passport anyway.
You
'cause
need
I
it
know
anyway.
I'm gonna need it anyway. But I've been like, you still got your CDLs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Because that was the next thing I was gonna ask if it was any different with CDLs.
There was another one too that you were possibly thinking of, but it was in October. It was in a
Uh,
different state though, right?
which one?
There was another one.
Oh, they actually. I did a little teaser trailer for that one.
Here comes
It's
this hidden agenda.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And they are keyed as the largest Viking festival in the United States.
Huh.
That's what their moniker is.
Okay.
And I did a little teaser. I was like, Minnesota, you look impressive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you soon.
So I wouldn't mind going to Minnesota.
So what I'm doing is a series of breaking down Viking festivals.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You know me and the way I like to listen to people talk.
Mm-hmm.
As people say, I talk funny,
Mhm.
but I listen to people from Minnesota. And the way
Minnesota?
that, Minnesota.
Did you know Minnesota was actually founded by people from Norway?
Huh.
Yep. Like, you know how down here we have Scotch Irish, German. Well, in Minnesota, in that area up there, was all Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a girl that at one time I was friends with her on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and she took off when she done her version of the Hallelujah.
Yep.
She done that, but she didn't change the song much, but she kind of put a little bit of lyrics in it for the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And she started doing that in different places. She was from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
And, yeah, she used to get on Facebook and go live and talk. And I used to love listening to her talk. But that's neither here nor there. Sailor Jerry, if you're out there, I hope you're doing good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. I like to listen to people talk.
Yeah. I'm a people watcher.
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch like mannerisms and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then there was a video. I watched some last night. It was pretty profound. I know we're getting ready to go, but
Mm-hmm.
he talked about communicating at 52 hertz, and the reason why that is whales operate on a different frequency.
Okay.
And there's one whale that operated on a 52 hertz that was different than all the other whales.
Okay.
So the whale, he would swim right past a pack of whales, and they wouldn't even notice he was there. And then, so you kind of translate that into humans. We all communicate on a different frequency.
Okay.
So
Like
like
he just didn't ride by holding his tongue,
no,
like we was talking about earlier.
that's well, it could be yeah,
No, I'm just
possible.
playing. I'm just
No,
playing.
that's good. That's good. But oftentimes we don't get along with people,
Mhm.
or you don't fit in. It's because your persona and your mind and your communication patterns
Mhm.
operating on a different level.
Okay.
So like if you like anybody that's ever felt like an outcast, or you just didn't fit in, the
Mhm.
black sheep, it's because your way of communicating is different than anybody else. And
Okay.
then you don't actually get to communicate like really until you find those people that communicate.
On your same level.
So, yeah. So like
Okay.
you and Joy, we kind of communicate on the same level.
Mhm.
Um,
What hurts we putting out, Dave?
I don't know. It
Okay.
just hurts.
It just hurt. Yeah, it does hurt.
It just hurts. But
Yeah.
that's why you probably like watching people and listening to people. Is it there's that desire to know what everybody else's frequency is.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I used to think that was kind of odd of myself when I was younger. Like
No,
I
you're
didn't.
just odd. Just
Yeah, I wasn't dating. I was that one that
Well,
like,
that's a lot of them. Yeah.
yeah. I just I'm not what girls are looking for. I'm
Yep.
just the lone wolf doing my own thing. And I used to go to the mall. Used to go places like that,
Did we
and
have this conversation?
I people watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was last week we were talking.
Oh,
about
was
that.
it? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow, I just had deja vu.
Mm-hmm. But I would find myself doing that. Just
Yeah.
people watching.
Yeah.
Watching their mannerisms, listening to them.
What makes that person better than you? Or like I used to sit there and look at. I was on the smaller side in high school,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I couldn't really. I didn't fit in with the jocks,
Right.
and I didn't fit in with the preppy kids.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't a nerd.
Nothing a nerd, so I kind of slipped in there and was with the skaters and
Mm-hmm. And I did not
metalheads.
mean that derogatory there.
Well,
TikTok land.
oh,
I'm
I
not.
like nerds.
Yeah,
I'm a nerd right now.
I'm a nerd as well.
Just a different kind.
Just a different kind of nerd.
Yeah. But yeah. So you find your little tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel comfortable in that tribe, and that also sometimes leads to you not expanding your horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You get comfortable where you're at, and you just get in where you fit in, right?
Yeah, it becomes a grind after a while.
Mm-hmm.
The human psyche is meant to explore, and
Yes.
to find new things, and to see things, touch
Mm-hmm.
things, hear things, taste things. I mean, your brain is just designed for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when that's why people, when they're in like solitary confinement and stuff
Mhm.
like that, they go mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like when you're in that one level all the time,
Mhm.
you're hanging around the same people, you do the same thing all the time, you do the same thing over and over. Eventually, that's what people just go mad.
Yeah.
In just different ways.
I had a little small I don't know what you call it, like a small feeling of that one time,
Mm-hmm.
but it was the situation I got put into.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Mary's holding our squirrel over there. This is what I'm doing, but I got pushed into a hyperbaric chamber.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. When I worked for the air pack company there in Monroe, the testing that they had to do, is it hyperbaric? No.
Hyperbaric's that thing where they like compresses or something. Like
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm screwing my words up. This is where you go in there and it's all the sound deadening material.
I know what you're saying, but I
Yeah,
don't know the
there's a
word for it.
special word for the room, but they say if you sit in there long enough that you'll go mad because they took the air pack out.
Yeah.
Like this, like I hate to bring up anything bad, but the whole 9/11 thing when it happened, people thought that all the beeping and the chaos in the city that you could hear on the news were like car alarms and stuff like that. That was past units.
Yeah, for the firefighters.
Yeah, that was down
First responders.
firefighters. Yes. They would put these air packs in this chamber and set those past units off, and it was so sound deadening that you didn't that would eventually go away as loud as what it was.
Okay.
But the moment you take it out of the room and you sit down on the stool where the air pack was, you could hear your own heartbeat. I mean, just that quiet, and your heartbeat would ring in your ears. Yes.
Yeah, I hate that. Like when you go swimming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that, but I believe.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Well, when I go, used to go, every now and again, if I go swimming and I get water in my ear, I can hear my heartbeat.
Well, guys, we have sit here and entertained y'all for over an hour.
Yep.
We are almost talking the ears off of a jackrabbit. And, David, I'm seeing a little red dot in the corner of your cellular device there, which means we are almost through your battery.
It'll be dead.
Yep, it'll be okay. We'll charge it on the way home.
Oh, yeah.
But, guys, until next week, until next time, from all of us to all of y'all, do better. Sweet cherry. We out.
Bye, guys.
We gone. We love you.